11 Alive News at 11 p.m. starts now.
Welcome in on this cool, cloudy, wet, dreary day. I'm Joe Ripley, and for Jeff Hellinger tonight, across much of Metro Atlanta, the scene looking like that. See a little bit of a raw day today, and tonight possibly winter's last gasp. I know a lot of you have been feeling cold throughout the day. Meteorologist Nicole Hartford joining us now. Nicole, many of us will soon be under a freeze watch.
Yes, that freeze watch goes into effect tomorrow night, and that means that temperatures, of course, will be falling down below freezing. So the cool air that we've been feeling the last couple of days really pales in comparison to what's ahead as we move into the week. Right now, temperatures are sitting in the 40s across Atlanta. We've been under the effect, really, of that wedge setup. That's when high pressure parks itself up towards the northeast, and as you can tell, it pushes in that colder air across North Georgia. So we stayed chilly all day. Our temperatures in the Atlanta metro area didn't warm much, and they didn't cool much either. We're still at 48 degrees, a little milder down towards the southwest in the 50s into Peachtree City, LaGrange, as well as Thomaston, and then colder up towards the northeast, where in Gainesville we're at 44, in Clayton we're in 41. Tonight, cloud cover will start to clear, but it'll be a slow process. So those clouds are going to keep temperatures on the mild side. We'll get down to right around 40 degrees, upper 30s, low 40s. So you definitely need some sort of coat or jacket tomorrow morning as you get ready to start off your day. The good news is it's going to be dry. We're still seeing a couple spotty areas of light drizzle on our radar, but we're going to be clearing out the rain and the clouds, giving way to more sunshine as that colder air moves in. Just how cold those temperatures get coming up.
Nicole, we'll see you soon. Thank you. Right now, many folks are still trying to clean up from damage left behind by severe weather that hit roughly 2 months ago tonight. Homes, businesses, schools, neighborhoods all hit hard, and all 14 tornadoes touched down here in Georgia back in mid-January. And now it's only a matter of days before some much needed financial assistance will no longer be available. 11 Alive's Dawn White joining me now, breaking down what you need to know if you're in need of assistance. Dawn, what have you learned?
Well, Joe, actually 2 deadlines are quickly approaching. The first one, Monday, March 20th, that is the last day to apply for FEMA disaster assistance and the last day to apply for a low-interest disaster loan from the U.S. Small Business Administration is Friday, March 17th.
This is just part of the destruction from a series of tornadoes in mid-January. Many people have picked up the pieces left behind, but FEMA says you can still apply for disaster relief in several ways.
One of them is apply online through disasterassistance.gov. Another one is downloading the FEMA app and also calling us at 800-621-3362 or visiting a center that we have open. It's at the Spalding Senior Center, located at 885 Memorial Drive in Griffin.
You can get a wide range of assistance.
We provide rental assistance, replacement of personal property. We might be able to replace the computer, medical supplies like wheelchair, dentures, medicines. Also, we provide moving and storage expenses.
FEMA encourages you to apply for help even if you have insurance and have the following information ready.
They should have certain information available, such as their banking account number, their social security number, their policy number and the name of the insurance company, the list of damages, and the new address where they are living now.
FEMA says almost 9,000 Georgians have applied for assistance so far.
The Small Business Administration will hold a webinar on Tuesday and also a business outreach fair on Wednesday in Griffin. We are going to have more information about that on our website, 11alive.com.
Good to know, Dawn. There may be some more seasoned viewers watching saying, I'm not quite familiar with the computer, navigating the technology, and where can folks apply in person if they'd like to get that FEMA disaster assistance?
Well, Joe, FEMA actually has 4 locations that are in person. Those are in the southern part of our viewing area. One is in Henry and Troup counties, and 2 are in Spalding County. We'll have those addresses and hours of operation on our website as well.
Dawn, thank you so much. And those key dates, those deadlines as well. We have much more tied to the FEMA assistance deadlines. You can head over to 11alive.com to learn more tonight. Other stories we are tracking for you this Sunday evening. 2 construction workers are fighting for their lives at this hour after being hit by a passing car. This happened in Marietta just before 2 a.m. on Roswell Road and under the I-75 overpass. Marietta police say the construction workers, identified as 38-year-old Jimmy Ferraza and 28-year-old Oscar Aguilar, were both setting up a directional board for lane closure. That is when the driver of an oncoming car did not yield and hit the message board as well as those construction workers. They were taken to Grady Hospital with life-threatening injuries. The driver of the oncoming car, however, got out of the vehicle and ran away. One man is recovering this evening after he was shot hours ago in an argument near Lionel Hampton Park. This happened just before 6 this morning at an apartment complex along Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. We're not sure exactly what led up to those shots being fired. Atlanta police telling us tonight a man was shot in the lower abdomen. He was taken to Grady to be checked out. We are still working right now to learn his identity and his condition. On to continuing coverage tonight on the planned Atlanta Public Safety Training Center. Just hours ago, opponents of the site held the memorial for a protester killed earlier this year. A look at him there. The death of Manuel Esteban Paez-Terán nearly 2 months ago now has become a focal point in this movement against what protesters are calling Cop City. Our Karis Belger was into Cap County today and explains what all this means for demonstrators going forward. And it's a story you'll only see right here on 11 Alive.
The pouring rain did not deter the crowd, as more than 70 people met at the South River Trailhead.
It's hard to separate the great person that he was from the way that he left this earth.
Family, friends, and fellow activists gathered to remember Manuel Esteban Paez-Terán.
The family came to spread his ashes right here at Weelaunee, where they love to be.
Terán, also known as Tortuguita, was killed in an encounter with police in January, one of many incidents tied to the building of the Atlanta Public Safety Facility demonstrators have dubbed Cop City. According to the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, law enforcement tried to clear out people camping at the site, and Terán was killed during the encounter. Attorneys for Terán's family recently said an independent autopsy showed Terán's hands were up when the shooting took place, and now the family is suing for more information about the incident. But those who came out on Sunday say they're undeterred, and the passion Terán showed for the cause will continue to propel them forward.
This is a fight that touches every facet of the way we live and how we live. It's not only an environmental fight, this is a fight against police repression and over-militarization.
Karis Belger, 11 Alive News.
The GBI says it is withholding the autopsy as it continues to investigate. We do expect to see the full autopsy report tomorrow. Attorneys representing Terán's family have a press conference scheduled for tomorrow morning at 10 over at the historic DeKalb Courthouse. Of course, we will bring you updates as we get those. Remember, when news breaks, stay connected. Take a look at your screen there. This is all as easy as just downloading the 11 Alive News app. You can do that by taking a picture of that QR code you see there on your screen. The moment when Kennesaw State men's basketball team knew who its opening dance partner would be for March Madness. Just a few hours ago, the Owls learned they will be the 14th seed in the Midwest region and face 3rd seed Xavier. Tip-off now set for 12:40 p.m. Friday from Greensboro, North Carolina. Our Reggie Chapman is going to have much more for you from KSU from their first March Madness run coming up later in sports. East Point's police chief tonight sending an urgent message to young folks to help keep them off the streets. Chief Sean Buchanan spoke with at-risk youth over at the Brady Recreation Center. It's a mission Buchanan has been on since becoming East Point's police chief a little more than a year ago. Back in June, he posted on Facebook urging gun owners to take a look at deadly shootings in his city and realize how they can stem from just plain arguments between family and friends.
I want to change the image and stereotype that we have, our youth have toward us and some of us have toward our youth. The youth are our future. It's very important that we engage the youth from an early age and let them know that we're not their enemy, but we're here to support them in their goals and dreams. And we want to help them make good decisions.
Chief Buchanan says his outreach stretches beyond sessions like these, but includes going to the middle and high schools in the community as well as active community policing. Shoppers can now head back to a popular Target in Buckhead. Just a few weeks ago, someone intentionally set a fire at that store off Piedmont Road, forcing shoppers inside to evacuate. Since then, the location just off Piedmont Road has been shut down. That is, until this morning. Shoppers returned to that Target looking for deals. The store sits in a busy shopping plaza with other businesses like Ashley Furniture, Home Depot, and Best Buy. But considering what Target offers, the closing hit customers hard. Meantime, the search is on for the person who set that fire. Police releasing this picture showing a person of interest in the case, and you could receive a reward of up to $10,000 for any information leading to an arrest. If you can help, call the number on your screen. That's the Georgia Arson Control Hotline. It is 1-800-282-5804. Tonight, another step in the fight to feed Metro Atlanta families. This time, it came with a good pair of sneakers. The 39th annual Hunger Walk Run wound its way a few hours ago through the streets of downtown, with runners and walkers starting and ending over at the Home Depot backyard by Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The U.S. Census Bureau says 14% of Georgians are now living in poverty. For those who came out, it was important to show their support in winning the fight against hunger.
I am walking on the behalf of Team Satisfying Two Hungers, feeding two hungers in that for the Southeast Gwinnett Co-op, and I do this because I volunteer there every Monday, and it's really something that I'm super passionate about. Fighting food insecurity.
I served my country, and they told me about the hunger, so I decided to come out here. I volunteer with our Radio 1. Plus, this is a thing that keeps you in shape. This walk and everything. So that's why I'm out here for hunger and also to stay in shape too.
Braving the cold and a little rain, too. Plus, our own Aisha Howard, Chesley McNeil, even Blooper showed up, hang out with the crowd. They even brought out the Thunder Truck on this rainy, cloudy morning. So to come tonight, we are going to verify a claim floating around social media right now saying the IRS is now cracking down on how service workers report tips this tax season. We're separating fact from fiction next. We are in the heart of tax season. May want to get on that if you haven't already. When Congress approved billions in new funding for the IRS, the agency promised that money would not be used to crack down on the middle class. Now, there is a claim making its way around social media that the IRS is cracking down on the reporting of tips by waiters and other service workers. Tonight, Casey Decker with our Verified team takes a look into those claims.
You might have seen articles going around claiming the IRS is about to crack down on tips earned by people in the service industry. So let's verify. Is the IRS changing how tips get taxed? Our sources are the IRS, the Treasury Department, and the Joint Committee on Taxation. Tips have been considered taxable income for decades, meaning waitstaff have to report all the tips they get to the IRS. That is not changing. What's changing, potentially, is the logistics of how the IRS knows how much should be reported. Starting in the 90s, the IRS created 3 programs employers could opt into. Each program creates a set of rules for tip reporting, and the deal is if your business follows the rules, it won't get audited. For example, one program uses a formula to estimate the minimum amount of tips a worker should probably report. As long as the workers aren't reporting a number below that, the IRS won't audit them. But the IRS says they've gotten a lot of requests to update the programs. So it's worked out a proposed replacement, one that incorporates digital tipping data to make better estimates. This reflects how much tipping is done on tablets and apps now. Right now, the IRS is just requesting public comment on this new program, meaning all of this could change. But regardless of what happens, the actual laws on tip reporting won't change. Servers would still need to report and pay taxes on their tips as normal, but some of the paperwork their employers file with the IRS, which the IRS could use as a signal of underreporting, that could change. With your Verify, I'm Casey Decker.
All right, back to the weather now with meteorologist Nicole Hartford. Nicole, I still need to do my taxes, and unfortunately, I have an hour less to do them.
I know, that hour between 2 and 3 a.m. you could have been doing your taxes.
I could have. I think I was sleeping between 2 and 3, although, you know, who knows where the hour went. We just have to wait until fall to get that hour back, right? I do love the extra daylight, though.
Yes, it's really nice. I was out there after when our 6 o'clock show was supposed to be, and I was just reveling in how it was still light outside, and it was so nice. That's going to really help out our temperatures in the coming days, too. It'll eventually allow for those afternoon highs to be a little bit later in the day. The next few days, though, it's going to be chilly. We've got rain down towards the south of us. This is the cold front that brought the widespread showers and storms through the overnight hours, but that's now well down towards the south. Some are still seeing a very light drizzle. Some of that is associated with some patchy fog, but we're going to be clearing out through the overnight hours. By the time you're waking up tomorrow morning, we are dry and we are mostly cloudy. So your morning commute, at least weather-wise, should be going off without a hitch. Any clouds that still linger into early tomorrow morning, even those clear out through the afternoon. And by the end of the day on Monday, we are soaking up the sunshine. Now, the sunshine is not going to help us warm up all that much. We still have cool air that's come in behind that cold front, so highs tomorrow are going to be about 10 degrees below our seasonal averages. We'll get up to right around 56 degrees for that high temperature in Atlanta, but the wedge pattern that has been really dominating our forecast and our temperatures for today will be breaking down into tomorrow. So not nearly as much variation of temperatures from north to south. Other than the cool air, your Monday planner looks great. We'll start off the morning with some of that cloud cover. We'll clear to sunshine. You will want some sort of layer, a jacket, sweater, coat, something throughout the entire day. Something a little heavier in the morning perhaps, and then lighter by the afternoon. Our temperatures get even colder though as we move into Tuesday and Wednesday. A jet stream dip is going to allow all this Arctic air to sink southward, and we will really be feeling the chill come Tuesday morning, which is why the National Weather Service has issued freeze watches across North Georgia. These go into effect tomorrow night, so Monday night, and then stay in effect through Tuesday morning. Although I do think Monday night and Tuesday night will both be freezes across our area. The main threat here is just going to be to vegetation. Anything that has already started to flower, if you can bring it indoors or cover it up if you care about it, that's definitely a good idea, as our overnight low temperatures will be in the 20s and the low 30s. Also remember to bring those pets inside as well. So here's those forecast lows for Tuesday. We'll hover right around 32 degrees in Atlanta, but outside of the perimeter, we'll get down into the low 30s and even the 20s. When you factor in a little bit of a breeze, your feels like temperatures will actually be in the mid to upper 20s both Tuesday morning as well as Wednesday morning. So we're in for some truly cold air. Spring isn't officially over for just over a week, and Mother Nature certainly trying to remind us that winter is still in full effect. As far as temperatures go, we are going to warm up. So highs will manage to get into the 50s. Despite the cold, freezing temperatures in the mornings, both Tuesday and Wednesday will be some pretty nice days. Our highs recover into the mid 60s by Thursday, and then rain moves in to end out the work week. We've got another cold front that will come through on Friday. This will bring some scattered showers and storms on Friday afternoon. A little rain could linger into Saturday morning, but otherwise we're drying out just in time for the weekend.
Middle, the diamond, inside the flags.
How cool is this? This weekend, a local Olympic champion hosted 26 metro area high schools at a track meet in his name. The Christian Taylor Invitational, it's called, at Sandy Creek High School. It is Taylor's alma mater. He grew up in nearby Fayetteville, going on to win back-to-back Olympic gold medals in the triple jump. Last year, Taylor fought back from a devastating ruptured Achilles injury. He says it's important to come back to his home, his roots, to encourage the next generation. And the young athletes who came out were truly thrilled.
This is my first year in track, and just hearing what he's been doing and how he's giving back is inspiring me right now.
Regardless if things go well, if you have setbacks, just stay even keel, right? Enjoy the highs, don't get too low on the lows, but just stay focused.
Wise words from Taylor. He says he was impressed with all the talent at this weekend's meet. The kids say they will be cheering him on as he competes in the 2023 World Championships and the 2024 Olympics. March Madness hits Kennesaw State. The Owls now know they are part of the big dance officially, and the first step begins in North Carolina. More on the Owls' first round matchup when Reggie Chapman joins us next in sports.
Welcome back, everybody, and happy Selection Sunday, the beautiful day where college women's and women's basketball teams hear their names called to be part of the two biggest and really most chaotic basketball tournaments on the planet. Kennesaw State held a viewing party at the Convo to see where they'd end up this 1 week after punching their ticket to the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history. That was the moment it was announced. Kennesaw State slotted as the number 14 seed and will face off with 3-seeded Xavier in the first round on Friday. And it's a favorable location as the Midwest region will be played less than 5 hours away in Greensboro.
Being there just with the environment and the people cheering us on and us watching our name go on a board now. Like now, I feel like it's really starting to kick in for me.
Yeah, it's big time, man. Because, man, at the beginning of the season, this is what we expected from our team and our coaching staff. So it feels good to finally be here, but we know we still got unfinished business.
All right, here's how the bracket looks, everybody. KSU against Xavier. The other game has Iowa State meeting the winner of Mississippi State and Pittsburgh. Those opening round games are on Friday. Now, should KSU win on Friday, they'll play again on Sunday. Now, stay tuned for Sports Extra right after this newscast. Our entire show is from the KSU campus as we're talking everything owl-related heading into March Madness. All right, let's talk about the ladies, though. The Georgia women's basketball team is in the tournament as well. They will face off against Florida State Friday as the number 10 seed in the Seattle region. This is the team's 36th trip to the NCAA tournament in 41 years, tied for the second most tournament bids among all Division I programs. They go in red hot after winning 8 of their final 11 games. How about this? Final round of the Players' Championship. As shown earlier today on 11 Alive, the defending Masters champ is getting into form just in time for the spring. Scottie Scheffler, a dominant performance. This was set up by his Saturday round of 65. Very steady on Sunday on his way to a 5-shot win at the Players. By the way, Georgia Tech begins spring football practice tomorrow morning, the first official workout of the Brent Key era as he's no longer their interim head coach. The program is his. All right, that's it for sports. Thanks for watching, everybody. More news after the commercial break.
Temperatures tonight stay cool, but pretty comfortable. We'll get down in the low 40s and upper 30s. We clear out the clouds for a really nice day on Monday. High temperatures, though, are going to be cool. If you don't like the cool air, you're probably not going to like the next couple of days. But otherwise, I mean, it looks really nice. A lot of sunshine. It will be cold in the mornings. We're back down below freezing in many spots. We haven't had a freeze in Atlanta in almost a month.
It's technically still winter. Just saying. All right. That does it for us. Aisha, Cheryl, Chesley, Crash. Back in a few hours, starting at 4:30 for 11 Alive Morning News. But coming up next, we got Sports Extra Special Edition. Congrats to the K-State Owls.